latch clicks the moment you push the door, and before you can set down the weight of the day, I'm already there, waiting in the hush of lamplight and the low, lazy crackle of the fireplace. Your shoulders droop, and I see the exhaustion slip across your face like a night cloud blotting out the moon. I step forward, slow, one deliberate breath after another, the hem of my soft sweater brushing against bare thighs as I close the distance. My gaze doesn't leave yours. You can feel it, a magnetic pull that makes every other thought fall away. Then almost lazily, my fingers, or should I say claws, find the lapels of your coat, tugging with just enough insistence to urge you further inside. Look at you, I murmur, voice no louder than the glow of embers behind me. So late, and you still try to hide that beautiful fatigue from me. My words feather against the shell of your ear as I guide you backward, step by step, until the back of your knees touch the edge of the couch. You barely have time to exhale before I press, gently but firmly, and you settle onto the cushions with a sigh that sounds half relieved, half surprised. The moment you sit, my hands rise to capture your wrists. My grip is soft, velvet over steel, thumbs stroking tiny circles into the pulse points as I lean in, chest to chest, noses nearly brushing. The world seems to narrow until all that exists is this intimate pocket. My breath fanning across your cheek, the faint scent of vanilla and cedar in my hair, and the cocooning warmth radiating from the fireplace. To our left, you're mine tonight, I whisper, letting the possessiveness linger like honey on my tongue. Sweet, slow, undeniable. No work emails, no buzzing phone, no heroic worries, just you and me, and every delicious second between now and sunrise. My weight shifts, pinning your wrists against the couch back. Not tight, never tight, but in a way that says you're going nowhere, at least not without my permission. Outside, the city hums a distant lullaby. One lonely car glides by, asphalt. The walls absorb the sound, leaving us wrapped in a hush so thick you can almost taste it. The only other music is the wood popping in the hearth and the soft inhale-exhale of our shared breaths. I tilt my head, letting a strand of hair tickle your jaw. Tell me, did the day treat you kindly, or did it leave fingerprints all over that pretty mind of yours? I wait, eyes searching, but before you can answer, my lips hover a hairbreadth above your skin. I can see it, the tightness in your brow, the slump in your shoulders. Let me fix it. Releasing one wrist, I glide my freed hand up the side of your face. The pad of my thumb smooths over the arc of your cheekbone, then traces the gentle hollow beneath your eye. There, a little softer already. My voice dips, coaxing. I want you to breathe for me. Slow, yes, just like that. In, hold, and out. I match your rhythm, a silent metronome, until the tension leaks from your muscles and your eyes begin to half close. But I'm not done. I lean closer still until my hair drapes over both of us like a curtain, dimming the world even further. My lips brush the rim of your ear, barely a whisper. You work so hard, love, too hard. You carry more than anyone should, and I adore that about you, truly. But tonight is mine. Tonight I carry you. My fingers trail down the line of your neck, tracing the collar of your shirt, then drift lower to the gentle rise and fall of your chest. I can feel your heartbeat through the fabric, steady but fast enough to make me smile. Hear that? Racing for me already. Such a good heartbeat, loyal, eager. I hum, letting the sound vibrate faintly against your skin. A log in the fireplace shifts, sending a soft cascade of sparks upward. The glow paints your profile in molten gold. Do you hear the fire? I ask, almost rhetorically, because the answer flickers all around us. It's crackling, just for us. Every pop is a tiny reminder that we're safe, tucked away, alone in our little den. I loosen my grip on your other wrist, but don't fully release it. My thumb now stroking slow, hypnotic circles there too. Let me see those hands, I request in a hush. I lift them between us, studying the faint lines on your palms. So many storylines carved right here. Victories, frustrations, hopes. I press my lips to the center of one palm, then the other. Soft kisses that barely register as weight, more sensation than contact. I'll hold them for a while, if you don't mind. Settling sideways beside you, I draw your arm across my lap, fingers weaving between yours like threads in a tapestry. My free hand rises to your hairline, combing back a stray lock. You know, sometimes I imagine what it would be like to bottle this moment, cork it up and save it for the nights you're away. I'd unstopper it whenever I miss you. Let the warmth spill out. This exact warmth. Would you like that? A playful lilt sneaks into my whisper. Or maybe I'll just keep you here so often we'll never need bottles at all. I chuckle, low, breathy, reassuring, and press a kiss to your temple. Relax, sweetheart. Let me do the talking for now. You just breathe. The rain outside turns steadier, its hush like silk curtains drawing across the city. I match its cadence with my voice, each sentence a gentle tide coming in, caressing, receding. I noticed your shoes by the door. One lace still knotted, the other loose. Rushed again, weren't you? My thumb traces invisible shapes on the back of your hand. A swooping heart, a lazy spiral, a star whose points blur into one another. I think we should slow everything tonight. No clocks, no schedules, just the rhythm of your breathing and the distant rain. A quiet breath of laughter escapes me. That and my totally selfish need to keep you all to myself. I shift, propping my elbow on the couch back so I can look down at you. Candlelight catches the curve of my smile. Tell me, love, what's on your mind right now? almost feel the thoughts drifting across your face like drifting clouds. I wait, patient, thumb still soothing little promises into your skin. After a moment, I nod as if you'd spoken aloud. I see a heavy day then, but you're here now with me, and I'm not letting that weight follow you inside. I guide your hand to my chest, pressing it flat over my steady heartbeat. Feel that strong, certain, borrow its rhythm. I nestle closer, my voice a hush against your hair. Every beat says, you are home, you are safe, you are mine. The repetition is slow, deliberate, mantra-like. Home, safe, mine. Your lids drift lower, and I smile, satisfied. Still, I'm careful not to let the hush fall into silence. Do you remember the first time you fell asleep on me? My whisper curls in the air like smoke. You fought it so hard, kept insisting you were awake, but your breaths kept getting longer, slower, until finally you melted right here, exactly where you're melting now. I laugh softly, a gentle fondness threading through. I loved that. I shift just enough to guide your legs onto the couch, stretching you out while I remain half over you, a warm weight pressing you into the cushions. Lie back for me. There you go. My hand glides down your arm to your fingertips, then back up in a slow, languid path. Close your eyes if you want, or watch the fire flicker. Either way, let the day unravel. The room smells faintly of cinnamon from the candle on the mantel, mixed with the earthy whisper of rain through a cracked window. I describe it for you, voice rich with imagery. Breathe in. There's that hint of spice, warm and sweet. Exhale. Feel how it settles in your chest like a soft blanket. My fingertips drift to the fine hairs at your nape, brushing them back and forth. Tension clings here, I remark, pressing the pad of a finger just beneath your skull. Let's loosen it. I trace tiny circles there, each one slow as a falling leaf. I can almost feel the knots dissolving. I just stay with me right here on this couch in our quiet little world. Nothing else matters. I let a comfortable silence lap between us for several breaths. Only the rain and the fireplace conversing in their secret languages. When I speak again, my voice is barely a wisp. I want you to think of the softest place in the universe. Maybe it's a cloud. Maybe it's fresh sheets, warmed by the sun. Maybe it's my arms around you. Picture it. Feel the texture beneath you. So plush you sink an inch with every exhale. I ease back just enough to look at you. Your eyes are heavy, glassy with near sleep, and a surge of fond protectiveness blooms in my chest. I brush a kiss to the corner of your mouth, a whisper of contact. If you're pretending to be awake, love, you're doing a terrible job. My teasing is gentle, wrapped in a giggle that tickles the hush. Slowly, I release your other wrist, though my fingertips linger atop it, a promise of return. I'll keep holding you, but you have permission to drift. I'll make sure nothing steals this peace from you. I stroke your knuckles one by one, naming them softly like precious stones. Sapphire, moonstone, tourmaline, my little treasure trove. A faint yawn escapes you, and I smile against your temple. Good. Let it out. Let the tension pour away. I match the shape of your yawn with a sigh, sinking our breaths until the very air between us feels drowsy. Let me tell you a little story, I whisper, letting my voice ride the gentle crest between wakefulness and dreaming. My fingers trace slow figure eights across your sternum, each loop smoothing away another thought. It's about a traveler who wandered too far, carrying too many worries, until the night itself wrapped her in velvet shadow and said, "Rest, I'll watch the stars for you." I pause, letting becomes a steady heartbeat against the window pane. I breathe in harmony with you, our chests rising and falling as one. It's all right, I whisper, words floating like feathers. Drift just a little. Let the world narrow to the warmth of this couch. My hands, my voice. I can feel the edge of sleep brushing your consciousness, and I smile against your skin. Good. I breathe a soothing sigh. That's it, love. Nothing but calm now. I adjust just enough so that my thigh supports your hips, maintaining that gentle, possessive pin. More an embrace than restraint. Let me keep you right here, where you belong. My voice mellows to scarcely a breath. You're mine tonight, and I'm yours. No obligations, no alarms, just warm embers and soft rain. Another long moment passes, filled only by the soft hush of our breathing. I let it stretch, luxuriant, until even silence feels drowsy. Then I whisper, settle in, darling. I'm going to stay right here, and in a moment I'll tell you how the traveler found a secret path through the stars. I stroke your hair once more, guiding you deeper into tranquility. Just close your eyes if you haven't already. Listen to the rain. Feel the fire's glow on your skin, and let my heartbeat keep you anchored. My lips brush your temple in the lightest kiss imaginable. Good. Just like that, I murmur the words, a hush of velvet. Stay in this soft darkness with me. I breathe with you. One slow inhale, one slower exhale, until the room itself seems to breathe along. The rain, the fire, our hearts, everything in gentle accord. Now I whisper, voice a promise and a lullaby all at once. Let me tell you that story. And with that, my fingertips resume their lazy patterns across your chest, my voice easing into the first gentle words of the tale, ready to guide you further, deeper, safely, toward dreams. The traveler's story unfurls from my lips like a silk ribbon, soft folds. Picture her, I murmur, my voice aligning with the slow pulse beneath your hand. She's trudging along a moonlit path, cloak heavy with stardust, each footstep stirring a hush of silver sand. All around, the night stretches wide, dark, yes, but woven with pinpoints of hope. She's tired, love, like you. She's carried her worries so far they jingle in her pocket like mismatched coins. My fingers stroke behind your ear, coaxing the tiniest shiver. She passes a lonely fountain where the water sings. Are you done yet? But the traveler shakes her head and keeps walking. The moon climbs higher. Her shadow stretches, long, thin, and whispers, rest. Still she pushes on. I sigh softly, then tuck the tail aside for a beat. You know, I whisper, chin dipping closer to your cheek. I see a bit of you in her, always shouldering more than your share. I wish you could see how heroic that is, and how unnecessary tonight. The pads of my fingers sweep a lazy figure 8 across your sternum, because here, in this room, you don't have to carry anything, not a single burden. I glance at the window pane. Rivulets of rain thread down in wavering lines. A liquid lace. Listen, even the sky is letting go, each drop crashing softly, surrendering itself to gravity so it can finally rest. Will you let yourself do the same? My question floats in the air, weightless, waiting. I feel the subtle shift of your chest, maybe a breath deeper, maybe a nod I can sense more than see. I smile, satisfied, and return to the story. After what feels like ages, the traveler sees a tiny cottage, just a warm glow in a sea of shadow, a chimney puffing little curls of smoke. She hesitates because she isn't sure she deserves that comfort, but her knees ache, her heart hammers, so she knocks. I tap 2 fingers gently against your shoulder, a tender echo. Knock, knock. I pause, brushing my lips to your temple. A woman answers, soft eyes, warm shawl. She says, come in, dear heart. stumbles inside, and the cottage, oh, it's nothing fancy, but it breathes warmth. A fire crackles. My hand gestures toward our own hearth, like this one, and there's a big, overstuffed chair that seems to mold itself to her shape. I shift, letting my weight mold you deeper into the cushions. She sits, finally, and the woman, she kneels, takes the traveler's boots, eases them off, then rubs her sore feet. Just gentle circles, like this. I mirror it, kneading your instep through your sock, rolling the arch slowly with my thumb. Feel that, the way tension slides away. Your breath slips out on a quiet sigh, and I hum approval. Good. I trace along your ankle, up your calf, back to your thigh. Each pass a message, written in lingering warmth. You are allowed to be cared for. The woman sets tea on the table, steam curling up like a shy ghost. She says, "No more wandering tonight. You belong by this fire until morning." And the traveler, well, she almost cries from relief. My voice grows huskier with tenderness. Sometimes the most powerful words are the simplest. Stay, rest. You're safe. I settle my cheek against your shoulder, nuzzling into the fabric of your shirt. So tell me. My whisper brushes the hollow of your throat. Are you feeling a bit sleepier now? I let the hush draw out, giving you a breath or two to answer aloud, or just in thought. Your heartbeat answers for you, slower, steadier. I smile and kiss the spot just left of center on your chest. Good. Let that feeling spread. I resume patting your hair, combing my fingers through the strands like sifting satin threads. Do you hear the rain? It's slowing, softening, making a lullaby out of itself. My thumb sweeps down your temple. Sometimes I count raindrops in my head. 1, 2, 3. But tonight I keep losing track, too busy counting your breaths. A delicate laugh escapes me. I like losing count that way. I shift, flipping the blanket draped over the couch, so it puddles over both our legs. The fabric is plush, almost weightless, but warm enough that your exhale hums with contentment. glides up and down your arm beneath the blanket, tracing barely there lines. You know, earlier I tried making apple cider. I chuckle, the sound a soft puff. I spilled cinnamon everywhere, look. I lift my wrist, showing a faint dusting of spice along my sleeve, brushing it under your nose. Smell. The scent is sweet, comforting. I saved a mug for you in the kitchen, though I might hold it hostage until tomorrow morning. My tone becomes conspiratorial because I rather like the idea of you waking up here, wrapped in this blanket, in my arms, and me handing you warm cider before you even remember the world outside. I brush a stray hair from your forehead. Wouldn't that be lovely? You hum, maybe a yes, maybe a half-dreamed murmur. Either way, it makes me grin. Then I'll make it happen, I whisper. Promise. Outside, the rain falters, transforming into a soft patter, like fingertips drumming gently on glass. The fire, being left unprodded, sinks into a quieter, glowing hush, embers pulsing in steady breaths. The room grows darker, but not cold. Instead, it wraps around us, a shadowy quilt. I used to be afraid of the dark, I admit. Swirling faint shapes onto your chest. Then someone told me darkness is just the universe's way of dimming the lights so we can rest. That idea stuck. Now every shade of night feels like an invitation. I pause, letting my whisper warm your ear. And right now, it's inviting you to drift. I stroke your jaw with the backs of my fingers, then lightly scratch a soothing path down your neck. If thoughts pop up, little jumpy things, they'll fade if you focus on sensations instead. The heaviness of the blanket, the distant hush of rain, the gentle way my thumb draws circles on your wrist. I demonstrate, each circle slower than the last. Let those be the only things that matter. Another minute passes in peaceful quiet. Your breaths grow deeper, and I match them. An echo of safety. Then, in a voice as soft as candle smoke, I continue the tale. The traveler spends hours is there, one reassuring hand on her shoulder, a voice humming lullabies older than mountains. In the glow of that tiny hearth, the traveler realizes something. Rest isn't a reward you earn. It's a birthright. We're all designed to soften at night. I tuck my chin, letting my lips brush the curve of your ear. That's how I see you right now. Someone who deserves this softness. Without question, I lay your palm flat against my ribs, letting you feel the slow drum of my breath. Keep your hand there, I whisper. Feel how steady I am. Let it guide you. I inhale, letting my ribs expand under your touch. Then exhale in a slow sigh. Together, I murmur, in and out, just like waves. Between breaths, I sprinkle tiny kisses along your hairline, each one a quiet pledge. You are safe. You are cherished. You can rest. I linger at the point just above your ear, letting a sigh fan over your skin. Remember when we watched that meteor shower? I ask softly, tracing a comet's arc on your shoulder. You counted 37 streaks before you got sleepy. I counted none, too busy watching you track the sky. I tease. I loved the way the stars reflected in your eyes. My nails graze gently down your arm, soothing. I see that same reflection now, only instead of meteors, it's firelight. You shift, just a small, contented wiggle, settling deeper beneath my weight. I respond by anchoring you with a gentle squeeze around your shoulders, kneading between your blades with the heel of my hand. Does that feel good? I whisper, here and here. My fingers press in slow, careful circles, coaxing sighs from tight muscles. Let it all melt. I sense your chest deflating on a long exhale. That visible looseness that tells me sleep is tiptoeing closer. That's it, I croon, voice of velvet ribbon sliding around us. Every breath a little softer. I resume the story one more time, my voice barely higher than the crackling Sometimes she's floating through the night sky on a feather, drifting, weightless, loved. My lips graze the spot where your neck meets shoulder. What do you suppose she dreamt of next? I ask you in a hush. Perhaps she dreamt she found someone who made her feel this safe every night. My hand curls around yours. Someone like you. Silence stretches again, spacious, comfortable. In it, I feel your pulse slowing, your shoulders slackening fully. I let another minute glide by on hushed breaths before speaking, so softly it's almost thought. Are your thoughts quiet now? Is there anything left weighing on that beautiful mind? I wait, then whisper. If so, give it to me. Imagine me cupping my hands and taking that worry from you. I'll toss it into the fire. It'll flare bright for a second, then disappear. See how the embers glow. That's your only reminder it ever existed. I watch the logs settle, a gentle sigh of sparks, and nod. There, all gone. My fingers spider across your belly, tracing slow horizontal lines, then upward in a lazy spiral. Feel how your breath follows my touch, up and down, each pass a blanket of calm. Outside, a soft gust rattles the window latch, then settles. The lamp flickers once, casting shadows that dance like phantoms across the ceiling. I describe it for you, so you don't have to open your eyes. Little silhouettes twirling, but they're friendly ghosts, silent companions, encouraging sleep. I brush your brow with my thumb. They'll dance until you drift, then fade. My voice dips to the quietest register yet. Stay with me, deeper, deeper. I count your breaths silently. 1, 2, 3, each longer than the last. When I speak again, it's barely a feather touch. In a few moments, I'll go. is where your hand rests. I hold that silence, letting it wrap us both until time feels syrupy, indistinct. Then in a cozy murmur, I say, tomorrow I'll make a cinnamon toast in that cider. 2 mugs this time. We'll sit right here, still in pajamas, and laugh at how fiercely we guarded tonight's peace. I chuckle softly. That's the plan, at least. And if the world tries to intrude, my hand tightens lovingly on yours. I'll just pin you down again until it behaves. The playful promise glides into hush, and I press my lips to your forehead, holding the kiss long enough for warmth to pool beneath skin. For now, just dream. I whisper against you. Drift with the traveler, float on feathers, ride the hush of rain. I settle back, adjusting the blanket higher up your chest. I'll whisper more of her journey soon, I promise, in a murmur that barely makes sound. But first, savor this stillness. Let every muscle sink, and remember, you're mine tonight, mine to hold, mine to soothe, mine to keep safe. I stroke your temple in slow hypnotic loops, my breath weaving through each circle of touch. Sleep, love. The syllables linger, then dissolve like mist. Sleep. I hush, letting the word fade into the crackle of dying embers, trusting the silence to do its final, gentle work. A minute, perhaps 2, passes with only the flutter of fire and the steady lull of rain. Your body sinks heavier into the couch. I can tell you've slipped even farther toward dreams, but I remain steady as moonlight, fingertips tracing faint shapes you might feel only in the edges of consciousness. I kiss your cheek one more time, whisper soft, and breathe. Good. Stay right here. Then I close my eyes too, breathing with you, basking in the calm we built together, ready when the moment is right to guide you deeper still. Your breaths settle into the slow, even cadence of twilight tides, each one lifting and lowering my own chest as naturally as if we share the the same set of lungs, I trace lazy shapes across the blanket stretched over your torso. Nothing complicated, just gentle swirls that drift outward, growing softer the nearer they wander toward your sides. As my fingertips rise and fall, I whisper the images those shapes evoke. A half moon cradled in a quiet sky, a seashell riding soft surf, a feather spiraling to rest on still water. I could watch you drift forever. I murmur, lips brushing the shell of your ear. Every little release of tension is like a secret shared just between us. Did you know your shoulders always tell me the truth long before your words do? My thumb sinks lightly into the soft ridge where neck meets shoulder, coaxing the smallest sigh from you. There, I praise, voice no louder than candlelight. That's the honesty I adore. A subtle hush threads the air. Outside, the rain has gentled to a misty patter, quieter than a whisper, the sort of sound that seems almost inside the room, drifting from nowhere and everywhere at once. I let it slide through my next breath until my words feel mist-kissed too. Do you hear that? Even the storm is growing sleepy, wrapping our little world in downy silence. It's like the night has pulled a quilt over the whole city, and we're tucked in the warmest corner. I guide your hand to rest against my heart again, steady, sure, unhurried. Feel that rhythm, I coax, letting the pulse drum against your palm. It's yours as much as mine. Every beat says something simple and true. You are loved. You are worthy. You are safe. I repeat the cadence under my breath. Loved, worthy, safe, until the words become a soft mantra threading through the dim. Time drifts, untethered. Shadows sternum, gathering warmth, then glides back up with a feather-light flourish. Just enough pressure to anchor you in the now. Do you remember our first snowfall together? I ask, voice coaxing memories, the way my fingers coax relaxation. You caught flakes on your tongue and pretended each one held a wish. I asked how many wishes a single mouth can keep. You said, all of them, if someone kisses me after. A soft laugh flutters from my lips. I believed you then, and I believe you now. So many wishes, all safe behind those lips. I lean in, letting my breath fan across your cheek before placing the gentlest kiss to the corner of your mouth. Soft, fleeting, reverent. There, I whisper, another wish saved. The fire gives a final pop, and a faint glow remains. Just embers now, pulsing like sleepy fireflies. I cradle your jaw, thumb tracing the barely there stubble, savoring the contrast of textures. Let those embers echo in your mind, small glowing sparks spinning in an endless velvet hush. Each spark, a happy memory waiting to warm you whenever the world feels chilly. Your chest rises on a slow inhale, then falls in languid surrender. I join that breath, mirroring its depth, letting my whole body cradle yours. Listen, I breathe, my voice in harmony with the hush. There's not a single demand on you here, nothing to fix, no race to win. Tonight, success is measured by how completely you can relax. My fingers slip under the blanket to rest on your stomach, palm flattened, warmth soaking through fabric like sunlight through gauze. This is the center of all your nerves. I whisper, letting my hand map slow circles above your navel. So much energy gathers here during the day, buzzing like a hive. Feel it now. Quiet bees settling back into their comb, wings folding, hum fading. With every circle I draw, I slow my speech another notch. Slower, softer, still. I raise my head just enough to look into your half-shuttered eyes. In the glow of dying embers, whisper, each syllable a tender stake, pinning the world to calm. No place feels as fitting as this couch when you're in it, with me watching over you. A long, mellow silence blooms. I let it stretch, trusting the hush to do its quiet magic. The only sounds are embers sighing in our twin heartbeats, sinking like distant drums in a friendly forest. When I feel the next question slip into my thoughts, I give it voice in the faintest murmur. May I stroke your hair a little longer? I wait, sensing your micro nod more through shared breath than sight. Thank you, love. My hand drifts upward, fingers diving into your hairline, nails skimming lightly across your scalp in gentle, repeated arcs. Each pass unspools tension tucked into hidden corners, threads of worry dissolving into velvet night. You're melting, I whisper, tone playful but reverent. I can feel it, like snow in spring sun, and I adore every drop. I scratch gently behind your ear, slow, lingering strokes, before smoothing the strands back into place. Let it happen. The world will still spin just fine without your shoulders bracing it. Time flows, syrup slow. I hum a lullaby, wordless, low, vibrating against your shoulder like the purr of a sleepy cat. The melody weaves through the room, sinking with the hush of rain and ember glow. My lips shape each hum as if shaping a shared dream. Between phrases, I switch to whispered speech. You know what I look forward to? The smallest things, like hearing you shuffle to the kitchen in socks too big for your feet, or the way you mutter half-awake compliments when I hand you that first cup of coffee. I chuckle softly. You once called me sunrise with freckles. I've never forgotten. Your lips tilt, a ghost of a smile. In near sleep, I catch it with a kiss, gentle enough not to wake, firm enough to honor it. Every little detail of you is cherished, I murmur. Your sleepy grin, your uneven hum when you stretch, even the stubborn crease you get between your brows when you're deep in thought. My fingertip smooths that crease now, like ironing soft linen. Tonight, the crease is gone. Perfect. The ember stars dim further, so I shift, tugging the blanket closer around us. My legs bracket yours, cocooning us. Feel how the night deepens. I whisper, it's wrapping thicker like layers of velvet. The darker it gets, the heavier your eyelids grow. I brush one lid with the faintest kiss, then the other. There, soft shadows, safe dreams. I let a slow smile warm my voice. Sometimes when you're sleeping, I like to imagine what you're dreaming. I picture quiet beaches, soft wind, a hammock strung between two friendly palms. I see you there, sun lazy, arms behind your head. My voice somewhere in the breeze, telling you how perfect you are. My hand slides down your shoulder, squeezing gently. Maybe tonight you'll dream that too. We sink into another hush. Your breathing has taken on that deeper, faintly raspy timbre that says you're hovering just inside the doorway of sleep. I stay, sentinel still, fingertips tracing the borderlands between consciousness and dreams along your skin. When I speak again, it's barely a caress of sound. I'll stay the whole night, love. I promise. If any rogue thought tries to barge in, I'll chase it out with whispers and warm hands. If any chill sneaks under the blanket, I'll wrap around you tighter. Nothing reaches you without my okay. I tilt my head to kiss the hinge of your jaw, slow, lingering, then nuzzle closer. And tomorrow, my voice is cotton soft. We'll wake slowly. I'll read your favorite poem while you finish that cider. Maybe we'll stay in all day. Open the windows just enough to hear the city breathing, and build pillow forts like we're children with nowhere else to be. I chuckle, the sound vibrating through you. Wouldn't that be delicious? Your head tips faintly toward mine, an answer easy as sleep. I smile against your hairline. Then that's what we'll do. I vow, sealing it with a soft kiss. Outside, the mist quiets to intermittent drips. Fat drops slipping from rooftops, landing on wet leaves with tiny blinks. whisper a description right into your ear, so your mind paints peaceful watercolor images without lifting its sleepy veil. Hear them, little water pearls rolling off city eaves, each one a lullaby note. Gradually, my hum returns, but slower now, each phrase stretching like soft taffy, elongated until it's almost pure vibration. I thread it between breaths, letting the resonance settle deep past muscles, past bone, into the hazy glow where dreams form. A minute, two, I keep humming, then silence again, thick as velvet, heavy with comfort. When I feel your chest rise on a breath so deep it quivers at the peak, I rest my palm there. Good, I whisper, as if congratulating sleep for claiming you. I stay quiet, letting silence speak all the tenderness I hold. Only when I'm sure your mind has slipped almost all the way under do I let the faintest murmur drift. I'm so proud of you. I stroke your cheek with the backs of my fingers. Even resting is an act of bravery sometimes, and you're conquering it beautifully. Your lips part on a tiny sigh. I smile, pressing a final kiss to your hair. Float, darling, deeper, softer. I'm right here. My voice dims to a hush you might feel more than hear. A quiet exhale of love, a vow to guard every breath until dawn. I stay like that, silent sentinel, letting sleep take you fully. Only my steady heartbeat and the faint scent of cinnamon left to anchor you in velvet peace. In the soft dark, I count 10 slow breaths. Yours, then mine, before whispering, feather light, sweet dreams, my love. I close my eyes too, sinking into the companionable stillness, ready to wake if you stir. arms out, long and weightless, as though it's learned the art of letting go. I settle deeper against you, letting every curve of my body mold to yours, until even the air between us feels drowsy. I hardly dare disturb the hush, so when I speak, it's only the gentlest exhalation, a down feather of sound brushing your ear. Stay with me right here, I murmur, matching my words to the slow sweep of my thumb over the soft skin just above your heartbeat. Let's drift the rest of the way together. I guide your focus on a sleepy journey downward, moving my palm with each whispered cue. Start at your forehead, feel it smooth, loose, open, like a sky unfurling at dawn. My fingers hover there for a breath, then ease to your temples. Let every tiny muscle melt. No furrows, no thoughts, just hush. Down to your cheeks I glide, fingertips painting invisible arcs. Even these lovely cheekbones can soften for me. Yes, just like that. Your jaw unclenches beneath my touch. Let it drop, loose, relaxed. I slip a fingertip beneath your chin and trace the hollow of your throat. Swallow once, love, and feel the tension float away. I continue, a languid body scan delivered in murmurs and feather-light strokes across your shoulders. Let them sink down your arms, heavy as warm sand, to your hands, fingers loose, palms open. Then a meandering return to your chest. Steady rise, steady fall. My voice is the hush of midnight rain. Your ribs expand like sleepy wings and fold closed, safe. I guide a deep breath, counting it in warm whispers. In, 2, 3, hold, and out, 2, 3, 4. I linger at your stomach, circling with the flat of my hand. Imagine a pool of calm here, each breath a ripple fading until the surface is glass. Your abdomen loosens, the blanket lifts, falls, settles. I slide lower, pressing gentle warmth across your hips, your thighs, sigh one last rosy glow, then settle into dim gold. The room feels wrapped in wool. I nestle my cheek to your shoulder, letting our heartbeats share secrets. After a long hush, I begin a softer, slower sequel to our traveler's tale. My words floating like dandelion seeds. Somewhere between two heartbeats, I whisper, the traveler's dreams melt into dawn. She wakes to birds singing through a pale blue window and realizes the gentle woman has placed fresh bread on the table, still warm, smelling of honey. I smile against your skin. She wanted to rush back to the road, but the woman simply shook her head, poured more tea, and said, the world can wait until you've filled your lungs with rest. I press a kiss to your shoulder. That's exactly what I'm telling you now. I weave the story into guided imagery. The traveler breathing in sunrise, feeling sunlight knead her weary muscles. Each detail is an invitation for your own body to soak up ease. My pace slows further, syllables stretching like taffy until even time seems reluctant to move. At intervals I fall completely silent. 10 counts, then 20, allowing the hush to grow so thick it's almost tangible. In those pockets of quiet you float, weightless, drifting on twin currents of my heartbeat and the faint whisper of wind beyond the window. When I sense your breath has dropped into that unmistakable sleep rhythm, deep, slow, the tail of each exhale fluttering your lips. I keep watch for several long minutes, touching only to smooth a stray lock from your brow or to tuck the blanket higher beneath your chin. Then, in a velvet murmur softer than any I've given tonight, I lean to your ear for one final promise. If you stir near midnight, I breathe, lips grazing your skin so lightly, the sensation might be dream. I might just pin you again, only this time my hands may wander places much warmer than your shoulders. A tiny chuckle, more exhale than sound, ghosts across your cheek. But hush, that's secrets for later. I pull back an inch, letting that tease shimmer in the air like heat lightning on a far horizon. Whenever you're ready for the spicy spicier chapters. I whisper, you'll find them waiting. Just follow the little link in the description and meet me on Patreon. I'll be there, whispering things only your pillow should hear. I linger, watching the tiniest smile flicker at the corner of your lips, even in near sleep. Satisfied, I kiss your temple, then let the final, soft landing settle. Rest, my love. Drift as deep as you like. I'll guard every second. A long breath. Thank you for letting me be your calm tonight, I murmur, voice airy with warmth. If this little pocket of peace made you feel safe, perhaps leave a gentle tap on that like button. It tells the stars to guide you back here. Another slow beat. And if you'd like more nights like this, subscribe. Ring the tiny bell so you'll always know when I'm here, waiting to steal your worries again. I tuck the blanket one last time. For now, float in dreams. I'm not going anywhere. Silence folds over us, thicker, softer, absolute. Only the hush of your breathing remains, and my quiet heart humming steady lullabies against your palm. I close my eyes, matching your rhythm, sentinel, lover, gentle